Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about how to graph inequalities on a number line. So let's start by reviewing our inequalities. You have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, not equal to, and approximately equal to. Really, we're not going to use these two when it comes to graphing on a number line. We're going to really focus on these four. So let's talk about the difference between these. This says that x is less than 2. So if I'm looking for a number less than 2, so that could be 1, it could be 0, -1, -2, it could be 1.99. It is any number less than 2, decimal, fraction, positive, negative. It could be -5 million, okay? The number 2, though, x cannot be 2 because it says less than 2, and 2 is not less than 2. So 2 would not be part of what we call the solution set. It's not part of the solution set. X cannot be 2. However, if I write that, now I want less than or equal to. So all those numbers I said before, -1 million, 1.99, they work, but 2 does work this time. This time 2 could be part of it because it says it needs to be less than or equal to. That makes a big difference in how we're going to graph. So if I have x is less than 2, we'll go ahead and do that one on the number line. So what I need is the number 2, okay? You could put the number around it, but really all I need on the number line is that. I don't need a long number line with a lot of numbers. We want to graph the solution set. You cannot possibly list all of the numbers that would work for x because there's infinitely many of them. So we're going to show it in picture form. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a dot over this number. This is going to be what we call an open dot. And the open dot because 2 does not get to be part of the solution set. Okay, so 2 cannot be part of the solution set. So that's what that open dot tells us is yes, we're starting at 2, but it doesn't get to be part of it. Then I want all the numbers less than 2. So I'm going to draw an arrow pointing to all the numbers less than 2. Okay, that tells me that any number on this number line, which goes forever to infinity, to -infinity, are part of the solution set. Some people will show it to you this way. They'll do an open dot right on there, and then they'll shade. You can do that. To me, that's difficult to see, so I like to do it above it, but whatever way works for you. Okay? So that is what that is going to look like. Versus if I have less than or equal to 2. Now 2 gets to be part of the solution set. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a dot at 2 and my arrow is going to go to the left because that's where all the numbers less than 2 are. However, it's a closed dot. The closed dot tells me that 2 is part of the solution set and I want all the numbers to the left. Okay, so basically, if you have a less than or greater than where the number doesn't get to be part of the solution set, you're going to use what we call an open dot to denote that this is the number we're starting at, but it's not part of the solution set. If you have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, you're going to do what we call the closed dot to show that the number is. One way I have students remember that is I always say if you use extra ink to draw the line underneath, you need extra ink in your dot. Okay, let's do another one. Now let's do a greater than. So if I have x is greater than -5. Really all I need is that number. You can do a number on each side if it helps you, but you don't need a whole number line. Because it's greater than and -5 is not part of the solution set, it's an open dot. Now I want all the numbers bigger than -5. Remember, bigger numbers are to the right, so I need to draw my arrow to the right. And that's it. It's done. Let's try a fraction. So let's say x is greater than or equal to -5/3. Okay? Some people get freaked out because they don't know how to number with fractions. Just write -5/3. You don't have to do the other numbers. Now, because I use extra ink here, I'm going to use extra ink here. This -5/3 is included. So I'm going to do a closed dot. I'm going to draw my arrow to the right. And that is it.